Okay, good evening, everybody. Good evening, and welcome to the call for this evening. And it is good to see everybody here. This is our weekly Q&A, and your questions do not have to be confined to PLR for this weekend call. Just about anything that you wanna ask about or you want to chat about, we can do that tonight. So I want to encourage you that if you have any questions that I can answer for you, that you go ahead and put them there in the question box, and I am happy to go ahead and try to answer them for you. And if I don't know the answer, I'll certainly get it. Good evening, Jerry. How are you? And I have a few things that if we don't have anything planned, I'll do. But of course, if you have questions, we want to go ahead and take your questions. Just a couple of things tonight. I'm going to go ahead and just pull up a slide presentation. I'm going to go ahead and get started once again. Um, you know, if you have specific questions, I want you to go ahead and interrupt me. So I'm going to look off to the side here so I can get my slide presentation kind of in order. So forgive me for not looking at you right now. Let's just get waited here. And let's see, I'm going to go ahead and just turn on my presentation. I'm going to slide this to the right. And I'm going to share my screen with you. So once again, feel free that if you have any questions, I want you to go ahead and put them there in the box. Other than that, let's go ahead and get started for tonight. This is our weekend Q&A. And May 7th, 2016. What I want to talk about tonight is a couple of things here. I want to tell you about a new community that I'm going to be starting. It's going to be called. I haven't figured out exactly what it's going to be called. You're going to get word about it, I believe, on tomorrow. You're going to get the opportunity to join. If you are already part of the Facebook group that I set up originally, I'm gonna put the group link in there tonight. So if you're not a part of that group, you want to go on over to facebook.com /groups /the PLR show. And what I will do is I will put you in the group, and I will also give you the link to the new community when I get it made up tonight. I'm just trying to get some logistics done. The group is primarily this site is really going to be set up for collaborations so that you can be able to help each other. So for some of you who have been looking for the opportunity to kind of work with each other, try to establish some relationships. Of course, you can always do that on Facebook. Facebook is a little more public than I know some marketers want to be, and I'm testing this. So admittedly, we're going to give this a shot. If it takes off and it works for everyone involved, then we're going to continue it. And then, if it doesn't, if it kind of dies by the wayside, there's no worries. We're gonna kind of move on to it. So this is something new I'm going to be trying, and I definitely want you to be part of it. If you've been looking for someone who can kind of be that missing piece. I've been talking about that on my calls for a long time, that more than likely your missing piece is probably going to be somebody who's coming to these calls or someone who is in our community. This is going to be your opportunity to become part of this group. You're going to be able to set up a profile. You're going to be able to post. You're going to be able to do a lot of the same things that you do in Facebook, except it's going to be a little more private. It's going to be combined to internet marketing. We're not going to have it to be a place for lots of advertising. I may put some offers there every so often, but again, this is not going to be, you're not going to get bombarded with pitching for the members. So we're not going to have that. We really want it to be a place where you can seek help from each other. as well as being able to combine and collaborate and to meet each other and to do those things. Okay, is that cool, everybody? So hopefully this will be something that, you know, if it works on an ongoing basis, we'll continue it. Again, I'm going to put the link in the group to that community there tonight, and you will get a chance to join tonight. I'll also send it out by email tomorrow, and you'll be able to get the link. Now, I'm going to approve everyone personally for the group. So I'm not just going to leave the sign up open. There's probably going to be just one question there, and it's going to say something like, you know, what is it that you're looking for and why do you want to join? And, you know, again, it's not that I'm trying to be, I'm trying to be a gatekeeper and I don't want people to be in and I'm trying to micromanage it. I just really want it to be helpful for the people who decide to do it. And if you, if you're looking for just to be able to work with someone else who is a marketer, who is trying to do some of the same things you're doing, this is going to be the place for you. And again, it's going to be off Facebook and hopefully less distracted. Okay, so again, just if you're in the group, you'll see it tonight, and if not, you'll see it by email tomorrow. So that's that on the new community. I think it's called Assets for Experts. Assets for Experts. So I think the community is going to be called Assets for Experts. I mean, you know, if it takes off, we're probably going to just get our own domain, and we'll just continue the community. It's the community is not going to cost anything, so it's going to be a free community to start. And the idea is for you to be able to work with each other, and you to be able to work with each other in an atmosphere where you're not going to be bombarded from each other with affiliate links and things like that. You want to be able to use it as a place to ask questions, to get answers, and to work with each other. So that is it on the Assets for Experts community. Tomorrow, I want to tell you a little bit about the YouTube ads product that's going to be released tomorrow by Sajan. I have a few thoughts about that, and I do want to tell you about them. I do want to tell you about them before tomorrow. I know a lot of you'll be looking for it at 9 a.m. Typically, we'll have a link and some bonuses. I want to tell you about that ahead of time before you do that. I received a question about cloaking links and about tracking links from a friend of mine, David. And David, I don't know whether you're listening. If you're on the call, if you're listening by archive, I'm gonna take that question. I'm going to just demonstrate that tonight. And so if this is not sort of what you had in mind, or if it doesn't answer your question, just please let me know. We are also going to there's an affiliate software and course that's coming out tomorrow. I'm gonna look at it tonight. I'm gonna do a full product review. And so if I'm excited about it, I'll tell you a little bit more about it. I'll tell you what I'm going to do with that tonight. And then lastly, I do want to do a little bit of working with images tonight, and I got a question about that. I'm going to show you how to work with images and how to easily do some of the things that you want to do inside of your marketing. Now, once again, if you have questions that are apart from this, I want you to feel free to answer. This is a Q&A call, so your questions take precedent. Now, these are just the things I'm going to cover if there are no questions. So having said that, let's go ahead and get started. Now, I'm going to tell you about I think I told you about the community. So again, once again, and if you're going to be part of the community, make sure, if you want to you see the link tonight, make sure that you are at facebook.com/groups/the PLR show. Now, as far as the YouTube Ads PLR is concerned, I've already seen the product. Routinely, I'll either buy it, but this time I saw it ahead of time, and I can say that it's a good product to sell. The thing that I normally do with Sajan's stuff is that I use it for the graphics. He typically has great graphics, and this is going to be no different. So you're going to have a great product to sell if you're looking to teach people about YouTube ads. And a lot of people don't know about YouTube ads. Everybody's really focused on Facebook ads. And so if you can introduce them to YouTube ads, you'll probably have a decent product to sell in the $9 to $17 range. Or of course, you can just use it as content for your webinars, or you can just use it as opt-in content. It's a great product for that. It does cover the basics of YouTube ads, and what it does not cover, as I see it, and again, I've had a look at it. I'm gonna watch some of the videos tonight. I'm gonna go through the video course, what I would say, what it doesn't cover as much is a place of keywords, the place for keywords in the ad process as well as videos, and I think that's still gonna be pretty important. So what we're going to do is we're going to provide our bonuses centered around keywords, because you'll probably get more than your fill of information about YouTube, about how to create YouTube videos. A lot of that stuff you probably know already. A lot of that stuff your customer is already going to know. What they probably don't know is the place of keywords in the process, and how to find good keywords, how to do good niche research. And so I'm going to provide all of that in terms of my bonus. So tomorrow morning at 9, I'll have that part ready. And so just so you'll know, that's kind of my perspective on this. It's not that I didn't want to provide anything extra in terms of YouTube. I think he's covered that. There may be like 10 bonuses for affiliates on YouTube and YouTube ads. So there's only so much you can learn or give away on YouTube. What again I think needs to be covered when you talk about YouTube ads and about using the YouTube keyword tool is keywords. So that is what we are going to be putting together for tomorrow. That's at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow. And then we're going to put that together. It's not there right now, but it will be tomorrow morning at 9, superfastactionbonus.com/Sajan. All right, now I want to talk a little bit about link cloaking here. And I'm going to do a little demo here, and this is primarily for David, who's part of our community, and he just had a question. He bought a product that was supposed to kind of do some link tracking and link cloaking, and the product, as I understand it, he could not get it to install, and it didn't do everything that he felt like he wanted it to. So I'm going to show everyone here tonight, as well as David, who's either listening by archive or he's listening or he's watching here tonight live. I'm going to show you one of the ways that I do this. And if you're familiar with WordPress, this isn't going to be too difficult for you. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to a site that I have, localclientmagnet.net. I don't do a lot with this site. Certainly don't do as much as I should be doing with it. And the site's really for me to talk about some of the stuff that I'm doing offline. Okay, so I'm inside of WordPress. As you can tell, I don't do enough with it. I'm going to go ahead and update my WordPress because I want you to do the same thing. So if you get inside of your WordPress generally and you don't see that your software needs updating, you generally want to go ahead and update. I technically should have probably backed up this before I did this. Once I do that, then I'm going to update my theme. Okay, so that's not necessarily part of what I want to show you here tonight. But the thing that I want you to see is that you are going to want to go and get a plugin. And I'm going to suggest a plugin that's called affiliate link cloaking, right? And you can see I've already got that plugin installed. But if you needed to go and add the plugin, I'm going to click add new. And more than likely, I think Chrome is probably going to show that I've already got it in there. Affiliate link, actually it didn't. Affiliate link cloaking. Right, and if you type that in there, you're going to see this listing. It doesn't get the best of reviews. The last time it was updated was 4 years ago. Maybe that's why. Quite frankly, I still use it, and probably I use it out of habit more so than anything else, and it works. for the most part. So I'm going to show you how affiliate link cloaking works. You want to get that plugin. And then what you're going to want to do, once you've installed the plugin, right, what's going to happen is you're going to get on here on the left side menu, you're going to see down here, this says link cloaking. That means that the plugin is working. I'm going to size this up for you. That means it's installed and it's working. Let me size that up for you. Okay, so you're going to look on that left side menu. Now, when you go there, what you're going to do is you're going to go to the link cloaking area. And what you're going to see here is you're going to notice that affiliate link cloaking is a very simple plugin to use. You're going to click add new link. Right, and all this is going to happen inside of WordPress. So for those of you who are looking to, let's say, looking to post links on Facebook, and sometimes the underlying link may not necessarily work, there are times when you can use this plugin to actually get your link to show up in a place like Facebook when maybe it won't with the underlying link. What you're going to do is you're going to put the link you want to cloak inside of here. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to say the link I want to cloak here is gainmindshare.com, right? Or let's say I want to cloak Screencast University. Now, the advantage of doing this, of course, is this is a much more appealing and attractive way to show links. If you have a long, ugly link, you can throw it right inside of here in affiliate link cloaker. And what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to write in here screencast. Right, and then I'm going to click add link. And once I've done that, then I'm going to have a link that looks like this: localclientmagnet.net/screencast. Right, again, very easy to do. And again, I've been using this for about 3 or 4 years. I guess I've never really had a hiccup. Now, one thing that affiliate link cloaker is going to ask you to do is they're going to ask you to change your permalinks. Right, they're going to force you to change your permalinks. I'm going to show you what that means here in the settings area. And you click permalinks. Pretty much you're going to have to choose post name, and it's going to have to be the default. If that causes you a problem, I think the only thing that you cannot have is the default, right? You can't have the plain one. Other than that, I think you can have any of these in order to use affiliate link cloaker. So if there's a disadvantage that you have to have your permalinks a certain way, and that doesn't work with affiliate link cloaker, you might have to find another plugin. But in general, if you don't have to have a specific formatting, this will actually work for you. Okay, so I'm going to go back to link cloaking here. And so one thing that David was asking about here is he was asking about tracking, right? Tracking. So let's just say that all I wanted to do was to track numbers, right? Track numbers. I only want to track numbers, right? What this will show me is in this area is it will show me how many people clicked on this link. It'll show me how many people clicked on this link this month and how many were unique. Right? I can actually find out unique visitors today in the month, and I can actually find out how many times it was hit. I mean, generally, that's going to be the kind of information that's going to be helpful to you and or a client. If you have a landing page set up for them, you have something specific that you're tracking, and you want to know, well, how many, how much traffic am I getting? How many unique visitors am I getting? How many people are actually going to the link and then coming back? This counter will actually give you that information. Again, very simple to set up, very simple to use. Okay, so any questions about that? Any questions about affiliate link cloaker? Any questions about affiliate link cloaker? Okay, so that's pretty much all. David, again, if that doesn't help you, let me know, and then we'll try to do something else here. I want to talk a little bit about doing a review tomorrow morning. I want to tell you a little bit about this course. Apparently, it allows you to promote affiliate products and collect leads. I'm not entirely sure what the methodology is. I am going to be looking at it tonight in detail. And what's going to happen is that this is typically not possible. It's typically difficult to try to set up a case where you're collecting leads as well as promoting somebody else's product. So I do want to see what's going on there. So I will be doing a full product review tomorrow. And I want to kind of tell you about software and where I stand on software and internet marketers and internet marketing. I did get behind what Paul Counts was doing, and I'm going to tell you my general philosophy, right? I try to operate things on what I call the theory of constraints. And the theory of constraints says this, that you don't want to focus on intermediate goals. So getting more traffic is not so much the answer, right? Getting, let's say, more leads is not the only answer. That's what you're doing, right? It leads to more profit, and you can track how much profit you're getting as a result of a purchase you're making or a purchase you decide not to make. Then you want to wait before you make a purchase, right? So that's how I purchase software or anything like that in my own business. That's how I purchase courses, is I try to evaluate not necessarily will it lead to an intermediate goal, right? But will it lead to an end goal of what I want in my business? Will it lead to me making more money in less time? And when you do that, what's going to happen is you're going to buy some things that you probably wouldn't have bought, and you're going to not buy some things you probably would have bought, because the things that maybe sometimes we buy will get us that intermediate goal, but they won't necessarily make us more money. And what we're after is what is called throughput, or more profit, right? More profit in the set, right? So I evaluate whether or not it's for you or it's for me. Will it lead to more money in less time? If it doesn't, I don't necessarily like to. I'd say I don't less like to be enthusiastic about either creating or promoting software, right? So this is where we'll do this tomorrow. If I think it's worth it, I'll provide bonuses and I'll do a review video. I'll do a thorough review of the course and the product. I'll be looking at it tonight. If it's not, or I'm neutral about it, right? If I'm neutral about it, you'll see it in my email. I will not mention it at all, right? So it's not so either I'm just okay with it. If I'm just okay with it, I'm just not going to mention it tomorrow. If I think it's a good and it will lead to you being able to make more money in less time, then I will do a review and I will talk about it tomorrow in my newsletter. And so I'll do my post tomorrow at superfastactionbonus.com. I'll do a post there on the blog there, and you'll be able to see it, and you'll be able to see my review, and you can check it out. So depending on when you are watching this, if you go to superfastactionbonus.com, just check out my post for this for the affiliate marketing course and software, and I'll tell you what I think. Okay, and I'll put together a bonus page if I think highly, and it's going to do what I think you want it to do. All right, now I want to talk a little bit tonight more about working with images in particular, and one of the things that I've kind of come to kind of expect is I'm going to open up Photoshop here. And while I understand that, I do understand that for the most part, you know, it's become a goal, right? Of I think most of us as marketers. I'm going to slide my Photoshop over here. And I'm going to zoom in, right? And I'm going to take a couple of these things out of here. So we'll just take a look at this. Okay, so all right, so basically, um, when you're working with images inside of Photoshop, and one of the things I was going to kind of show you about Photoshop is it used to be that Photoshop was intimidating and out of reach in terms of price. Um, you can now get Photoshop for about $10 a month, and so what I would hate to have you do, and I know there's a lot of software that comes out that is that's designed to be to take the place of Photoshop, so that you don't have to pay for Photoshop and so you don't have to learn Photoshop. And I'm not saying you have to learn it. I mean, sometimes it's best to just outsource graphics altogether. But with a few simple operations that you can learn, right, you can actually use Photoshop. And I think I'm just going to do a search. Photoshop is, I think, $9.99 a month. I think it is $9.99 a month. So let's just see. If we buy, what's Photoshop? I think we're getting here. That's not the right thing. Let's just take a look here. And I can't seem to find the pricing. I'm pretty sure it's $9.99 a month. So in other words, you don't want to not do Photoshop because it used to be more expensive. And the reason most marketers don't use it is because it used to cost $800, $900 to buy it outright. And you don't have to worry about that. Again, for a project that you've got to do, there really is no substitute for being able to use Photoshop. I'm going to show you why that is now. Now, Photoshop works on the basis of layers, right? So in other words, I can pull in a Photoshop document that I'm working with right now. And this is a document that I just bought. It's a standard template. I did a little work with the lettering, did a little contrasting here. And again, you don't really have to be advanced to do this. What I do want to show you is that how very quickly you can take a document like this in Photoshop and add to it. So if I just add in an image, so let's just say I'm going to add in, and I'll show you how I'm doing this. I'm going to go in here and let's see. Okay, if I just went into this document, right, and I went inside here and I just found some transparent images, right? And so all I really need to do with these transparent images, right, inside of Photoshop, and if you understand what I'm about to do, you'll understand Photoshop for the most part, right? Photoshop works on the basis of layers, and that's how you can make complex documents. All you do inside of Photoshop here is I'm going to create a new layer, right? And that allows me to put something on top of there. So in this particular case, I'm just going to put a pizza on that new layer, right? I'll just drag that onto here. Okay, so there's my pizza. And all I have to do inside of Photoshop is size this down. And again, as you can tell, I'm working on a layer that I don't have to worry about doing anything to this other stuff because that's all happening on another layer. And really that's as simple as Photoshop gets, right? And so I can really, I'm gonna just set this here. I can have that pizza there. I can actually take it out so that I can see what it looks like without it. I can see what it looks like with it. Okay. And if you understand the basic concept of layers and images, you can do just about anything that you want with Photoshop. I mean, obviously there's a little more. I mean, there's some fantastic courses. I've taken them that I can recommend to you. If you're really looking to learn Photoshop, let me know and I'll send you a link to them. But again, if you understand Photoshop, if you understand layers, you can do Photoshop. And I'll tell you one of the real benefits, and again, I talked about this today, is that I was able to kind of add to this image. Now I'm going to take, obviously, I'm going to take the pizza out. We're going to get rid of the pizza. Right. And then I'm just going to add back in the computer. And one of the real benefits and one of the things that I did today, I mean, probably in the span of about 10 minutes, was I was able to easily add images to this document because, and to new layers because they're already transparent. Right. If this was not, if this did not have a transparent background, I'd have to try to cut all and to make it look as if it didn't have a background. Okay. And so I can also do the same thing with this image of food, right? If I can take those images in or add those images back, and I can add them on all on new layers right now. But the thing that makes this work are the transparent images I was telling you about today, right? This is really what transparent images do. They really allow you to very quickly add to what you're trying to do. I mean, if I wanted to add a new layer on here, and let's just say I was going to add another layer, and I wanted to just add in something else that I thought was colorful, right? So the idea is color. Okay, here's something that's colorful, right? I would just add that to my new layer, size it down, drag it over here some, size it down a little more. Again, all this is really intuitive. If you understand how to use a mouse, you can do all these things. I'm just going to place that there. And again, that's just something that's going to be there in my image. Again, now, so again, you understand layers. If you have some transparent images, that's what you can do with them. Now, of course, I mean, transparent images work in just about any other, any of the other things, any of the other software programs that you have, but they really do make things work, and they make things work well. Yep, that's right, Jerry. Yep, they sure do. Okay, so any questions on just kind of working with images? So what I would really encourage you to do is if you're just if you're struggling maybe in putting together images, or you're struggling to put together graphics, one of the things I would encourage you to do is to just get a few templates, and at the very minimum, right, this package, right, is just worth having. Right. And I think I talked about that in my email today, that I think there's something like, I don't know, 3 or 4 gig worth of images that you can kind of put in some of this other stuff, and you can add in, and I think you can add in any of that stuff that you want. Right. Yep. Very cool. Very cool, David. Yeah. So any questions about that? Any questions? Okay, so we talked about this in my email today. If you go over to plrshow.com/images, I'm actually going to do a little training on working with colors. I'm going to give you the psychology behind colors and marketing, right? And it was some very interesting research that has been done. And I've kind of broken that down. It's actually going to be a full product that I'm coming out with. I don't know when I'm going to launch the product, so I'm going to do a little training on the basics of color and what you want to understand about people's innate reaction to color and how you can use that in your marketing. I'm going to tell you the basics of understanding that in my training. And I'm also going to show you how to create your own transparent images, even if you don't have images with transparent, they're already transparent. So if you get the transparent package, you're going to sign up for that training. There's going to be some other bonuses there, and you can actually get it. Okay, so that's the plrshow.com/images, and then you'll get on the training. It's going to be a live training on working with colors, number one, and number two, it's also going to be on creating your own transparent images. Right. So, any questions? Any questions about anything we covered tonight, or anything about any questions about anything else? Happy to take your questions right now. Okay, everybody, it's about 9:42, and so we're a little over time. We went a little over 30 minutes, but that's okay. Again, certainly reach out to me if I can help you in any way. And as I said, tomorrow I'll tell you a little more about. We'll have something together for Sajan. I'll actually do a review of that of the affiliate course and software, and that's about it. Okay, everybody, thank you very much for being here tonight. Have a great night and a pleasant tomorrow. Take care.